2012 Humanitarian Award winners are Mary Gainey and Dee Rogers, who are the Tiger Team now.
Tiger Teams, there's more than one.
There's more than one.
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
And one of the things that you guys do is promote organ donors, right? And Mary, I understand you were one of the founding members.
That's correct. We came from a nurses organization that I belong to, Association in Nurses Endorsing Transplantation, and they got their idea of Tiger Team from the Space Center in Texas. They would pull together a tough bunch of people to get a good job done, and that's what we try and do to promote organ and tissue and eye donors.
Now, Dee, one of the I know that on my driver's license it says organ donor, and I carry a card, especially for kidneys and things like that. How do we get more people to participate?
Well, this year we're being honored, obviously, which is giving us a lot of public attention.
Which means you're doing a good job.
That's right. And we produce a calendar every year. It's all the art of all the kids in the county that submit their pictures about tissue donation or organ donation. And then we select winners and publish them in this wonderful calendar. And that calendar goes out to probably another 10,000 people.
Super.
Free to everyone. And we just make it happen. That's how we do it.
Well, I donate blood too, and I've done something like 12 gallons of blood already.
Really?
So I'm saying, hey, I will do this for somebody. Hopefully somebody will do it for me, right?
Yes. That's called the circle of life.
Exactly.
The circle of life. Most people will be touched at some point in their life, either by the need of an organ or tissue or eye donor or blood, or they will be in the position to donate.
Well, congratulations on your win tonight. Thank you very much for sharing some time with us.
Thank you.
And we are now joined by Cindy Hambidge. And Cindy has a long title. I'm going to let her do this for you. Okay, now, something about physicians.
Right. I'm the Manager of Provider Relations for Brevard Physicians Network and Medical Practitioners for Affordable Care, which is the first ACO in Brevard County. We have about 270 doctors in our network. We are the largest IPA in Brevard County. So I handle helping the doctors basically with their back office, things that they need to do to be in compliance and so on with Medicare and all that type of thing.
You do the paperwork.
I help them to figure out how to do the paperwork.
Now, you are one of the sponsors of tonight's event, and you've got some physicians that are going to be receiving awards.
Yes, Dr. Silas Charles, who has been with BPN for many, many years, recently retired, I believe, in the last year or two. And I believe also there is, Dr. Levine, who is here, was a past winner. And I am not quite sure who else. Dr. Gales is here. He is a past winner last year. So we have quite a few that either this year are getting awards or have had awards in the past.
So it's a happy night.
Yes. We are very, very proud of our doctors. They do so much for the county and Florida. It's amazing that many of our doctors even do work overseas. They do so much. They're wonderful.
Well, thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you for spending a little time with us, and thank you for sponsoring the event.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Dr. Sandra Wise and Dean VanCamp, partners in Eye of the Horse. If you don't know what that is, you will in just a second. It has something to do with horses. I'm just guessing.
It does have something to do with horses, and we like to explain people that it isn't what traditionally people think that you do with horses in terms of riding. We do not ride our horses, so people always wonder, well, what do you do with horses if you don't ride them?
Let me ask that question. What do you do with your horses if you don't ride them?
We use them for psychology.
Okay. And do you have trouble getting them to read the book?
Yes. We have to learn how to read their book.
Okay.
That's the trick.
So, but it is therapy, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
We interact.
How do you do it?
We interact. We have our clients interact with the horses on the ground, and because horses are so good at reading body language, since they are, of course, animals of prey, humans are predators, we use them as barometers, so to speak, to help our clients understand how they're doing, whether it's with some life problems such as not being assertive enough, maybe having some boundary issues. So they act as a catalyst and as a metaphor to kind of help bring out some issues that need to be discussed from a mental health perspective.
Okay, so we're using the horses to analyze the person to find out how to possibly treat them or approach the subject of treatment to them.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, I understand that we're talking about post-traumatic syndrome. We're talking about autism. Just about every possible field could be utilized. Some of this.
Yes, that's correct.
And our horses are very special, so Dean can tell you a little bit about why we use Florida Cracker horses. We have 160 of these special horses, and it really doesn't work quite as well with other breeds because these are very special, so Dean can address that.
Okay, why are we using Florida Cracker horses?
Well, the Florida Cracker horse still has his survival instincts, very strong survival instincts, which also has a very strong curiosity. So they're interested in what's going on, and that's primarily the reason. Most other breeds have been so domesticated that they've kind of lost a lot of that survival instinct stuff. And these horses are very strong in their survival instincts, so it's very easy for our clients to read into their body language and get in touch with themselves, how they feel, because they can see how that horse feels when he's in there with them, and it works out very well.
Well, and you say it's successful, and you're being recognized tonight for all that you do. Congratulations, both of you, and thank you so much for sharing some time with us.
We really appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm joined by Sheriff Jack Parker and Evette Parker. You know which one's the boss. It's that one. But this is the one that goes out and makes $1 or $2. Nice to see you, Sheriff. Congratulations, too, on your pending retirement.
Thank you, Danny.
Let's talk about all you've done for the community over the years. You started, I read your information, you started simply by working at one little place and going there and helping the children, right?
That's right. Yeah, when we were in the sheriff's office, we decided to raise money and get some presents for the kids at Crosswinds, the runaway shelter. And that's how we started. We started bringing presents to the shelter and really falling in love with the kids there and knowing that they didn't really have a lot. And all of a sudden they asked me to be on the board there, and I really loved it. And I was part of a small group of people that had affected that shelter, and we actually moved to a big complex in Cocoa, and now it really affects hundreds of children every year in a very positive way. And I got to see how just a small group of people could really affect a lot of change, and I was proud to be a part of that.
Well, that isn't all you did, too. I know about your United Way campaign, too. I think you have increased the participation of the sheriff's office.
Well, and all that, all of that belongs to the people at the sheriff's office. They're just so giving. The harder the times get, the more they seem to step up and want to give, and they're always finding unique ways to give. And so, yeah, on behalf of the 1,400 members, they're the ones that really deserve the credit. But yeah, there was a time where we were dead last in the state in giving in the sheriff's office, and now I'm proud to tell you we're #1 in the state. We should hit $200,000 this year because of all their hard work and their unselfish giving.
I have a feeling, Evette, that you guys are not going to be really retiring, but you're actually going to be doing more humanitarian and involvement in the community.
That's probably very true. Knowing this guy, he loves to serve, and we love this community, and we want to give back.
Yeah, let me tell you some words of wisdom. A friend of mine once said, you married Jack for better, for worse, but not for lunch. So get a hobby.
That's right.
Congratulations, Sheriff. Congratulations, Evette. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you, sir.